It's the best rivalry in Mexico. Another Clasico Regio is upon us, and for me, an outsider, the battle for Nuevo León is the best rivalry in Mexico. Yes, over the Clásico Nacional, yes, over the Clásico Tapatío, and I'll tell you why. First of all, the atmosphere in Monterrey is fantastic. Now, former Mexico manager Juan Carlos Osorio tried to compare Monterrey to these football-loving cities that we think of like Rosario, Manchester, second cities, and Monterrey does have a chip on its shoulder when it comes to the coverage of soccer in Mexico. Mexico City clubs dominate, Chivas dominate, and far too often, the Monterrey teams are afterthoughts. While Monterrey may not be as obsessed with the sport as some of those other examples, you do find that almost everyone picks a side. That creates an atmosphere that's almost familial, and hopefully that continues. There have been some incidents of concerning violence in the past couple Clasico Regios. Hopefully we don't see that and can get back to those good vibes that take over the city. Then we look at on the field, and the way that the teams are built is fascinating. You get the European influence, so if you're a fan of clubs like Real Madrid or European soccer in general, of course, you can look at Sergio Ramos, Anthony Martial on Rayados, Angel Correa, Andre Pierre Gignac on Tigres, but I think it gets overlooked that these clubs also are developing young Mexican players or sometimes buying promising Mexican players from other clubs in the league. While sometimes they struggle for consistency in the competitive squad, seeing Iker Fimbres fill in for Oliver Torres, who's suspended for the Clásico, or Diego Lainez or Osiel Herrera join the Tigres attack is an underrated element of the Clasico Regio. Now you can dismiss these Nuevo León teams as nouveau riche, but I think that when you look at the arms race over the last decade, the fact that both of these teams have consistently been very good, that they've played each other directly for CONCACAF Champions Cup and Liga MX trophies, makes this a more attractive rivalry, at least recently, than a lot of Mexico's more storied rivalries. I can already hear you, America fans, Chivas fans, Pumas, Cruz Azul fans. You can get at me in the comments and let me know what you think the best Clásico in Mexico is. Make sure right after you give me a follow for everything going on in Mexican soccer and all throughout the CONCACAF region.